Hi everybody, welcome to this video on the chapter of electromagnetic induction. The first question of the chapter is, in the given figure, the magnetic flux through the loop increases according to the relation phi is equal to 10t square plus 20t, where phi is in milliweber and t is in seconds. The magnitude of current through resistance R equal to 2 ohms at t is equal to 5 seconds is. कैस इस क्वेश्चन में हम डायग्राम ऑब्जर्व कर लेते हैं और आप यहां पे देख सकते हो दैट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इज इनसाइड द स्क्रीन. कैस बिकॉज दिस मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इज चेंजिंग विद टाइम देर विल बी चेंज इन मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स बिकॉज ऑफ विच देर विल बी ईएमएफ इंड्यूस्ड. कैस ईएमएफ इंड्यूस्ड का फॉर्मूला आता है ईएमएफ इज इक्वल टू माइनस डी फाई बाई डी टी. गैस वंस वी फाइंड ईएमएफ इंड्यूस्ड हमें ओम्स लॉ यूज करना है. ईएमएफ इज इक्वल टू आई आर और इससे हमें करंट का आंसर मिल जाएगा. सो दिस इज द मेन कंसेप्ट ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट्स ऑब्जर्व दिस इन द सॉल्यूशन इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Yes students, whenever there is change in flux, EMF induced is equal to minus d phi by dt. कैस यहाँ पे हम सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं इसीलिए वी हैव टेकन द आंसर इन प्लस. सो EMF induced is equal to d phi by dt and guys derivative of 10t square plus 20t will be 20t plus 20. Guys after this we'll use Ohm's law. Current is equal to voltage upon resistance. So I will become equal to 20t plus 20 divided by 2 and now we'll substitute the value of t as 5 seconds और हमें करंट का आंसर मिल जाएगा as 60 milliamperes. So guys with this we have completed the first question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the second question of this chapter is a circular coil of radius 10 centimeter is placed in a uniform magnetic field of 3 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla with its plane perpendicular to the field initially. It is rotated at constant angular speed about an axis along the diameter of the coil and perpendicular to the magnetic field so that it undergoes half rotation in 0.2 seconds. The maximum value of EMF induced in the coil will be. Guys, in this question we have to understand that the coil is being rotated due to which there will be change in flux. In such a case, EMF induced is equal to minus d phi by dt which comes out as BA omega sin omega t. Guys, we have to use the equation EMF induced is equal to BA omega sin omega t and guys maximum value of sin omega t will be 1. So maximum value of EMF induced will be BA omega. Guys इस क्वेश्चन में B यानी कि मैग्नेटिक फील्ड दिया है, एरिया विल बी पाई आर स्क्वायर and omega can be calculated by using the formula omega is equal to 2 pi upon time period. So this is the main concept of this question. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that flux linked with any coil is given by the formula phi is equal to B dot A. Guys, B dot A will eventually become BA cos theta. And in this question, theta is changing because the coil is rotating. So guys, for this question, theta will become equal to omega t and therefore phi will become equal to BA cos omega t. Guys, once we know the value of phi, we can calculate EMF induced by using the equation EMF induced is equal to minus d phi by dt. And guys, जब हम BA cos omega t का डेरिवेटिव लेंगे, we will obtain the final answer as BA omega sin omega t. So guys, this is the value of EMF induced. Now guys, maximum value of sin omega t is 1 and therefore maximum value of EMF induced will be BA omega. Guys, in this question, value of magnetic field B has been given as 3 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. And guys, area will be taken as pi r square. Guys, radius will be taken as 0.1 meters because it has been given as 10 centimeters. Also guys, omega can be calculated by using the equation omega is equal to 2 pi upon time period. Guys, question में दिया है that the coil completes half rotation in 0.2 seconds and therefore its time period will be 0.4 seconds. So guys, after substituting all of these values, we'll obtain the value of maximum EMF induced as 15 into 10 raised to minus 6 volts, which can be written as 15 microvolts. So guys, with this we have completed this second question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes, students. The third question of this chapter is two concentric circular coils C1 and C2 are placed in the xy plane. C1 has 500 turns and radius of 1 centimeter. C2 has 200 turns and radius of 20 centimeter. C2 carries a time dependent current I is equal to 5t square minus 2t plus 3, where t is in seconds. The EMF induced in C1 at time t is equal to 1 seconds is. Guys, in this question आप ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हो that coil C1 has radius of 1 centimeter and coil C2 has radius of 20 centimeter. So guys, हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं that coil C1 is much smaller in comparison to C2, and in this case flux linked in coil C1 will be equal to magnetic field due to coil C2 into area of coil C1. Guys, यहाँ पे current is flowing in coil C2 and therefore magnetic field will be generated by coil C2. This magnetic field will pass through the area of coil C1, and इसीलिए flux calculate करते समय we will multiply the magnetic field with area of coil C1. Guys, once we find flux, we can easily calculate EMF induced by using the equation EMF induced is equal to minus d phi by dt. So guys, this is the main crux of this question. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that magnetic flux through coil C1 will be given by magnetic field due to coil C2 multiplied by area of coil C1. Guys, यहाँ पे जो coil C2 है उसके center पे magnetic field will be given by the formula mu naught N2I divided by 2 times capital R, and now we will multiply this magnetic field by area of coil C1, which is given by pi into small r square into n1. Guys, यहाँ पे हम n1 से भी इसीलिए मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं बिकॉज वी नीड टू टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन टोटल नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स टू कैलकुलेट टोटल मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स. So guys, once we calculate magnetic flux, we will use the formula of EMF induced. Magnitude of EMF induced is equal to d phi by dt, and यहाँ पे because current is changing, I will become di by dt. So guys, आप यहाँ देख सकते हो that EMF induced will become equal to mu naught N2 divided by 2 times capital R into pi small r square into N1 into di by dt. अब गाइस, यहाँ पे हमें di by dt कैलकुलेट करने के लिए करंट का डेरिवेटिव लेना होगा. गाइस, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ 5t स्क्वायर माइनस 2t प्लस 3 विल बी इक्वल टू 10t माइनस 2. नाउ गाइस, विल सब्स्टिट्यूट टाइम t एज 1 सेकेंड्स और इससे हमें di by dt की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी. गाइस, वंस वी नो द वैल्यू ऑफ di by dt, विल ऑल्सो सब्स्टिट्यूट अदर वैल्यूज विच आर गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन, एंड ये सारे वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करके आपको EMF इंड्यूस्ड मिल जाएगा 8 into 10 raised to minus 4 volts. So guys, this is our final answer. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the fourth question of this chapter is a cycle wheel of radius 0.5 meters is rotated with constant angular velocity of 10 radian per second in a region of magnetic field of 0.1 Tesla, which is perpendicular to the plane of the wheel. The EMF generated between its center and the rim is. Guys, in this question, EMF will be generated in the spokes of the wheel, and this question is similar to a rod being rotated in a magnetic field. Guys, whenever a conducting rod is rotated in a magnetic field, EMF generated is given by the formula B omega L square divided by 2. Guys, in this question, length of the rod will be length of the spokes of the wheel, which will be radius of this wheel. So this is the main concept of this question. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that whenever a conducting rod is rotated in a magnetic field, EMF induced is given by the formula B omega L square divided by 2. Guys, in this formula, L is length of the rod, and for this question, length of the rod will become equal to length of spokes of the wheel, which is equal to radius of the wheel. So guys, for this question, EMF induced will become equal to B omega R square divided by 2. Guys, value of magnetic field B has been given as 0.1 Tesla, omega has been given as 10 radians per second, and radius of the wheel has been given as 0.5 meters. Guys, once we substitute all of these values, we'll obtain the value of EMF induced as 0.125 volts. So guys, this is our final answer. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes, students. The fifth question of this chapter is, a long solenoid of diameter 0.1 meters has 2 into 10 raised to 4 turns per meter. At the center of the solenoid, a coil of 100 turns and radius 0.01 meters is placed with its axis coinciding with the solenoid axis. The current in the solenoid reduces at a constant rate to 0 amperes from 4 amperes in 0.05 seconds. If the resistance of the coil is 10 pi square ohms, then the total charge flowing through the coil during this time is. Guys, in this question, we'll have to use the concept charge flowing through the coil is equal to delta phi divided by R. Guys, delta phi is change in flux through the coil and R is resistance of the coil. अब guys, flux calculate करने के लिए we will use the equation flux is equal to NBA, where N is number of turns of coil, B is magnetic field produced by the solenoid, and A is area of the coil. Guys, magnetic field produced by the solenoid will also be given by the equation B is equal to mu naught Ni, where N is number of turns of solenoid per unit length. So guys, in summary, we'll have to use three equations. Charge Q is equal to delta phi divided by R, flux phi is equal to NBA, and finally magnetic field B is equal to mu naught Ni, where N is number of turns of solenoid per unit length. So guys, this is the main concept of this question. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that magnetic field inside the solenoid is given by the equation B is equal to mu naught Ni, where N is number of turns per unit length. Guys, in this question, number of turns per unit length have been given as 2 into 10 raised to 4, and current I flowing through the solenoid initially has been given as 4 amperes. Guys, once we substitute these values, we'll obtain magnetic field B inside the solenoid as 32 pi into 10 raised to minus 3 Tesla. Guys, once we find the value of magnetic field B, this is the magnetic field which is passing through the smaller coil. Therefore, guys, flux linked through the coil will be given by the equation phi is equal to NBA, where N is number of turns of coil and A is area of coil. Guys, in this case, number of turns of coil have been given as 100 and area of coil can be found by using the equation pi r square, where R is radius of coil which has been given as 0.01 meters. Guys, substituting these values and taking the value of magnetic field from above, we'll obtain the value of flux as equal to 32 pi square into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla meter square. Guys, this is the flux which was flowing initially through the coil, and the final flux through the coil will be 0 because current in the solenoid becomes 0 after time t. So guys, now we need to find charge flowing through the coil, and this can be done by using the simple equation charge is equal to delta phi divided by R. Guys, delta phi होता है change in flux and R is resistance of coil. Guys, यहाँ पे flux initially was 32 pi square into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla meter square, and final flux will be equal to 0. Guys, once we substitute these values and also the value of resistance R, which is 10 pi square, we'll obtain the value of charge flowing through the coil as 32 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulombs, which can also be written as 32 microcoulombs. So guys, with this we have completed this question. Let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the sixth question of this chapter is, a square loop of side 20 cm and resistance 1 ohm is moved towards right with a constant speed V0. The right arm of the loop is in a uniform magnetic field of magnitude 5 Tesla. This field is perpendicular to the plane of the loop and is going into it. Also, this loop is connected to a network of resistors, each of value 4 ohms. What should be the value of V0 so that a steady current of 2 milliamperes flows in this loop? Guys, आप यहाँ diagram में देख सकते हो that there is a square loop which is moving towards right in this magnetic field. Guys, when this square loop moves towards right in this magnetic field, there is change of flux in this square loop, and due to this, motional EMF will be generated. Guys, we know that whenever a conductor moves in a magnetic field, motional EMF is generated, which is given by the formula motional EMF is equal to BVL, where B is magnetic field, V is velocity of conductor, and L is length of conductor. So guys, by using the formula of motional EMF, we can calculate the total EMF in this circuit. And once we know total EMF, we can also calculate equivalent resistance in this circuit by using simple concept of resistance in parallel and resistance in series. And guys, once we know total EMF and total resistance in this circuit, we can use Ohm's law. This law is given by EMF is equal to I into R, where I is steady current flowing through this circuit. Guys, by using this concept, we can easily calculate the value of V0. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes, students, we'll start this question by first calculating equivalent resistance across points P and Q. Guys, आप यहाँ diagram में देख सकते हो that to the left hand side of points P and Q, we have two resistance which are in series with each other. And similarly, to the right hand side of points P and Q, we again have two resistance which are in series with each other. Therefore, guys, net resistance on either side of P and Q will become 4 plus 4 ohms, which is equal to 8 ohms each. अब गैस यहाँ पे जो P and Q के दोनों तरफ 8 ohms का resistance है, they will be in parallel with each other because they are across the same points P and Q. Because of this reason, RPQ will become equal to 8 into 8 divided by 8 plus 8, which is equal to 4 ohms. So guys, हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं that net resistance across PQ will be equal to 4 ohms. इसीलिए गैस यहाँ पे जो इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट है उसमें हमने लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के सर्किट को रिप्लेस किया है बाय अ सिंगल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ 4 ohms. ऑल्सो गैस आप यहाँ देख सकते हो इन द इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट कि राइट हैंड साइड में जो स्क्वायर लूप था उसको भी हमने रिप्लेस किया है बाय मोशनल EMF. गैस मोशनल EMF इज गिवन बाय द फॉर्मूला BV0L, where B is magnetic field, V0 is velocity of the square loop, and L is the side of the square loop. Guys, once we replace the square loop on the right hand side with motional EMF, we also have to write 1 ohms on the right hand side because that is the resistance of the square loop. तो हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि जो स्क्वायर लूप का रेजिस्टेंस है उसको हमने काउंट किया है एज इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ दिस बैटरी विच इज गिवन बाय द फॉर्मूला BV0L. सो गैस, इन समरी लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो सर्किट था उसका इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस वाज 4 ohms. तो आपको लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के सर्किट को रिप्लेस करना है बाय अ सिंगल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ 4 ohms. एंड गैस, राइट हैंड साइड में जो स्क्वायर लूप है उसको आपको रिप्लेस करना है बाय अ बैटरी ऑफ वैल्यू BV0L, एंड दिस बैटरी विल हैव एन इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ 1 ohms. अब गैस, हमें बस इस सर्किट को सॉल्व करना है और हमें करंट का इक्वेशन मिल जाएगा. Guys, in this circuit, total resistance will become equal to 4 ohms of the left hand side plus 1 ohms of the right hand side. So net resistance will be equal to 5 ohms. And guys, according to Ohm's law, current I will be equal to net voltage E divided by net resistance R equivalent. Guys, net voltage E in this question is BV0L and net resistance is 5 ohms. Guys, the value of current has been given as 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 amperes. B यानी कि magnetic field has been given as 5 Tesla and length has been given as 0.2 meters, which is 20 centimeter. Guys, once we substitute all the values, we'll obtain the value of V0 as 10 raised to minus 2 meter per second, which can also be written as 1 centimeter per second. So guys, this is our final answer. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes, students, the seventh question of this chapter is, an aeroplane with its wings spread 10 meters is flying at a speed of 180 kilometers per hour in a horizontal direction. The total intensity of Earth's magnetic field at that part is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 Weber per meter square, and the angle of dip is 60 degrees. The EMF induced between the tips of the plane wings will be. Guys, in this question, when aeroplane is flying through the Earth's magnetic field, it is like a conductor moving in a magnetic field. Therefore, guys, we'll use the formula of motional EMF. This formula is motional EMF is equal to BLV sin theta. Guys, in this case, we are using sin theta because we need to take the component of magnetic field which is perpendicular to velocity. Guys, यहाँ पे जो Earth's magnetic field है उसका एंगल ऑफ डिप दिया है 60 डिग्रीज. तो अगर हम लोग अर्थ के मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को साइन थीटा से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे तो इट विल बिकम वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट ऑफ अर्थ्स मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. So this vertical component of Earth's magnetic field will be perpendicular to velocity of aeroplane. So guys, in summary, we need to use the formula motional EMF is equal to BLV sin theta और ये question solve हो जाएगा. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, so we'll start this question by converting velocity of aeroplane into meter per second. For this we'll multiply 180 kilometers per hour by 5 by 18 and therefore the answer is 50 meters per second. After this, we'll use the formula of motional EMF. Motional EMF is equal to BLV sin theta. Guys, in this case, theta is 60 degrees. Magnetic field B is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Length is equal to 10 meters and velocity will be 50 meters per second. Guys, on substituting all the values, we'll obtain the final answer for motional EMF as 108.25 millivolts. So guys, this is our final answer. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the 8th question of this chapter is an infinitely long straight wire carrying current I, one side opened rectangular loop and conductor C with a sliding connector are located in the same plane as shown in the figure. The connector has length L and resistance R. It slides to the right with a velocity V. The resistance of the conductor and the self-inductance of the loop are negligible. The induced current in the loop as a function of separation small r between the connector and the straight wire is. कैसे आप यहाँ डायग्राम में देख सकते हो that connector is moving towards right with velocity v. Guys, in this case there will be motional EMF in the conductor and this will be given by the equation motional EMF is equal to BLV. Guys, in this case, magnetic field B will be due to infinitely long current carrying wire and this will be given by the formula B is equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi small r. And guys, other than this, we need to make sure that after we find motional EMF, we can find induced current as equal to motional EMF divided by resistance R. So this is the main concept of this question through which we'll get the final answer. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that induced EMF will be equal to BLV which is also known as motional EMF. Guys, in this formula, magnetic field B will be due to infinite current carrying wire and therefore it will be given by the equation B is equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi into small r. So guys, after substituting the value of B, we will obtain induced EMF as equal to mu naught IVL divided by 2 pi into small r. Guys, once we have found the value of induced EMF, we can easily find induced current by using Ohm's law. Guys, induced current will be equal to induced EMF divided by resistance capital R. So guys, our final answer for induced current will be equal to mu naught IVL divided by 2 pi into capital R into small r. Guys, in this final answer, capital R is resistance in the loop and small r is the separation between the connector and the infinite current carrying wire. So guys, with this we have completed this question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the 9th question of this chapter is a small square loop of side small a and one turn is placed inside a larger square loop of side B and one turn. B is much greater than A. The two loops are coplanar with their centers coinciding. If a current I is passed in the square loop of side B, then the coefficient of mutual inductance between the two loops is. Guys, in this question, we will use the formula of mutual inductance. Guys, this formula is phi is equal to Mi. In this equation, phi is the flux through the smaller loop and M will be mutual inductance and I will be current passing through the larger loop. So we have to use this main concept, and guys, phi will be equal to B into A, where B is magnetic field due to the larger loop and A will be area of the smaller loop. So once we use this equation, we'll obtain the final answer. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that when current is flowing through the larger loop, it will create magnetic field, and this magnetic field will cut through the smaller loop. Therefore guys, there will be flux in the smaller loop, and this flux will be directly proportional to the current in the larger loop. Therefore guys, the equation will become phi is equal to mi. Guys, in this equation, phi is magnetic flux through the smaller loop, I is current through the larger loop, and m is known as mutual inductance. Guys, this mutual inductance m will become equal to phi upon I, where phi can also be written as B into A. Guys, in this final equation, B is magnetic field due to the larger loop, and A is area of the smaller loop because we are calculating flux through this smaller loop. अब guys, यहाँ B को calculate करने के लिए we'll use the formula of magnetic field due to finite current carrying wire. This formula is mu naught I upon 4 pi r into inside the bracket sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. अब guys, यहाँ पे जो larger loop है, it has 4 wires, and therefore total magnetic field will be equal to 4 into inside the bracket mu naught I divided by 4 pi into B by 2 into sin 45 degrees plus sin 45 degrees. Guys, the perpendicular distance from the wire to the center of the square will be B by 2, and therefore R has been taken as B by 2. And guys, the two angles formed from the center of the square to the corners of the wire will be 45 degrees each. Therefore, the value of theta 1 and theta 2 both have been taken as 45 degrees. इसके अलावा guys, यहाँ पे जो area A है, it is the area of the smaller loop, and therefore it will become equal to A square. Guys, after substituting all of these values, we'll obtain the final answer as mutual inductance is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi into 8 root 2 into A square upon B. So guys, with this we have completed this question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the 10th question of this chapter is, an inductor coil stores 64 joules of magnetic field energy and dissipates energy at the rate of 650 watts when a current of 8 ampere is passed through it. If the coil is joined across an ideal battery, find the time constant of the circuit in seconds. Guys, in this question, we will first use the formula of magnetic field energy stored in an inductor. This formula is magnetic field energy is equal to half Li square. Guys, by using this formula, we'll find the value of inductance L. And guys, after this, we'll use the formula of power loss across a resistance. This formula is power loss is equal to I square R. Guys, by using this formula, we'll find the value of resistance R. And guys, once we know the value of inductance L and resistance R, we'll use the formula of time constant for a LR circuit. Guys, this formula is time constant tau is equal to L by R. So guys, by using this formula, we'll obtain the final answer. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that magnetic energy stored in an inductor is given by the formula half Li square. This magnetic energy has been given as 64 joules, current has been given as 8 amperes, and by substituting these values, we'll obtain the value of inductance L as 2 Henry. Guys, after this, we are also going to use the formula of power loss across a resistance in the form of heat. This formula is power loss is equal to I square R. Guys, power loss in this question has been given as 640 watts, current has been given as 8 ampere, and by substituting these values, we'll obtain the value of resistance R as 10 ohms. Now guys, once we have found the value of inductance L and resistance R, we'll use the formula of time constant for a LR circuit. Guys, this formula is tau is equal to L by R. Guys, on substituting the value of L as 2 Henry and resistance R as 10 ohms, we'll obtain the value of tau as 0.2 seconds. So guys, this is our final answer. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the 11th question of the chapter is, the time taken for the magnetic energy to reach 25% of its maximum value when a solenoid of resistance R, inductance L is connected to a battery is. Guys, this is a question of growth of current through an inductor. For this, we'll use the formula I is equal to I naught into inside the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t by tau. Guys, in this equation, I naught is maximum current and tau is known as time constant, which is given by the formula tau is equal to L by R. So this is the main concept that we need to use in this equation. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes, students, we'll start this question by first using the formula of magnetic field energy stored in an inductor. Guys, this formula is magnetic field energy is equal to half Li square. गाइज आप यहाँ फॉर्मूला में ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हो दैट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एनर्जी इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू आई स्क्वायर. अब गाइज क्वेश्चन में दिया है दैट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एनर्जी स्टोर्ड इज 25% ऑफ मैक्सिमम वैल्यू. इसका मतलब गाइज मैग्नेटिक एनर्जी स्टोर्ड विल बी 1/4 ऑफ मैक्सिमम वैल्यू एंड बिकॉज मैग्नेटिक एनर्जी इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू आई स्क्वायर देन आई स्क्वायर विल ऑल्सो बी 1/4 ऑफ मैक्सिमम वैल्यू आई नॉट स्क्वायर. Now guys, taking square root on both sides will obtain the equation as current I is equal to maximum current I naught divided by 2. Guys, once we obtain this relation, we'll use the formula of growth of current in an inductor. This formula is I is equal to I naught into inside the bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t by tau. Guys, in this equation, we will substitute I is equal to I naught by 2. And guys, by doing this, we'll obtain the answer as t is equal to tau into ln of 2. Guys, यहाँ tau होता है time constant and this is given by the formula L by R. So guys, our final answer will be time t is equal to L by R into ln of 2. So guys, with this we have completed this question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the next question of the chapter is, in a fluorescent lamp choke, 100 volts of reverse voltage is produced when the choke current changes uniformly from 0.25 amperes to 0 in a duration of 0.025 milliseconds. The self-inductance of the choke is estimated to be. Guys, in this question, we will use the formula of potential drop across an inductor. This formula is potential drop E will be equal to L di by dt. Guys, by using this equation, we can obtain the value of L, which is known as self-inductance. So let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes, students, आप यहाँ देख सकते हो that potential drop across an inductor is given by the equation E is equal to L di by dt. Guys, on rearranging this equation, we'll obtain the value of self-inductance L as equal to E into delta t divided by delta I. Guys, in this equation, E is the reverse voltage, which is 100 volts. Delta T is the change in time, which is 0.025 milliseconds. And guys, delta I will be 0.25 amperes. Guys, on substituting these values, we'll obtain the value of L as 100 into 10 raised to minus 4, which is equal to 10 millihenry. So guys, with this, we have completed this question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the 13th question of this chapter is, the total number of turns and cross-sectional area in a solenoid is fixed. However, its length L is varied by adjusting the separation between the windings. The inductance of solenoid will be proportional to. Guys, in this question, we will use the formula of self-inductance of solenoid. Guys, this formula is self-inductance is equal to mu naught n square AL. Guys, in this formula, n is number of turns per unit length, A is area of solenoid and L is length of solenoid. Guys, इस इक्वेशन को यूज करके इस क्वेश्चन को बहुत इजीली सॉल्व किया जा सकता है. लेट्स ऑब्जर्व दिस इन द सॉल्यूशन इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. ये स्टूडेंट्स, आप यहाँ ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हो दैट सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस ऑफ सोलोनॉइड इज गिवन बाय द फॉर्मूला म्यू नॉट स्मॉल एन स्क्वायर AL. Guys, in this formula, small n is number of turns per unit length and A is area of solenoid, which is given by the formula pi r square. So guys, on using this formula of area, self-inductance will become equal to mu naught small n square into pi r square into L. Guys, यहाँ पे small n is again number of turns per unit length and therefore small n can be written as equal to capital N divided by L, where capital N is total number of turns and L is length of solenoid. Guys, on doing this substitution, we'll obtain self-inductance as equal to mu naught capital N square into pi r square whole divided by L. Guys, in this equation, all the terms in the numerator are constant, and therefore self-inductance of solenoid will be proportional to 1 upon L, where L is length of solenoid. So guys, the correct answer for this question will be option A, which is self-inductance of solenoid is proportional to 1 upon length. So guys, with this we have completed this question. Let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes students, the 14th question of the chapter is, two coils P and Q are separated by some distance. When a current of 3 amperes flows through coil P, a magnetic flux of 10 raised to minus 3 Weber passes through coil Q. In this case, no current is passed through coil Q. Now in the second case, when no current is passed through P and a current of 2 amperes is passed through Q, then the flux through coil P is. Guys, this is a classic question of mutual inductance. In this we will use the concept mutual inductance in coil P due to Q is equal to mutual inductance in coil Q due to P. इसके अलावा स्टूडेंट्स हमें म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला यूज करना है. म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस इज इक्वल टू n phi divided by I. Here n will be number of turns in the coil, phi will be flux through the coil and I will be current in the other coil जिसके वजह से ये flux generate हुआ है. So this is the main concept of this question. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that mutual inductance in coil P due to Q is equal to mutual inductance in coil Q due to P. कैसे यहाँ पे म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला लिखते समय आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है दैट यू विल ऑलवेज राइट फ्लक्स ऑफ वन कॉइल एंड यू विल राइट करंट ऑफ द अदर कॉइल. गैस इसका लॉजिक बहुत सिंपल है. फ्लक्स लिंक्ड इन कॉइल P विल बी ड्यू टू करंट इन कॉइल Q एंड फ्लक्स पासिंग थ्रू कॉइल Q विल बी ड्यू टू करंट इन कॉइल P. इसीलिए गैस यहाँ MPQ में हम लिखते हैं नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स ऑफ P इंटू फ्लक्स ऑफ P डिवाइडेड बाय करंट ऑफ Q. सिमिलरली गाइस हम MQP में लिखेंगे नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स ऑफ Q इंटू फ्लक्स ऑफ Q डिवाइडेड बाय करंट ऑफ P. मतलब गाइस जब आप म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला लिख रहे हो तो आप फ्लक्स एक कॉइल का लिखोगे एंड आप इसको डिवाइड करोगे बाय करंट ऑफ द अदर कॉइल. नाउ गाइस आफ्टर फॉर्मिंग दिस इक्वेशन वी विल जस्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट द वैल्यूज. नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स ऑफ P एंड Q आर इक्वल टू 1. फ्लक्स इन कॉइल Q इज इक्वल टू 10 raised to minus 3 Weber. Current in coil Q is 2 amperes and current in coil P is 3 amperes. Guys, after substituting all of these values, we'll obtain the flux through coil P as equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 4 Weber, which is our final answer. So with this, we have completed this question. Now let's move ahead to the next slide. Yes, students, the last question of this video is, there are two long coaxial solenoids of same length L. The inner and outer coils have radii R1 and R2 and number of turns per unit length N1 and N2 respectively. The ratio of mutual inductance to self-inductance of the inner coil is. Guys, in this question we need to use two formulas. The first formula will be of self-inductance of solenoid. Guys, self-inductance of any solenoid is given by the formula mu naught n square AL, where n is number of turns per unit length and A is area of solenoid. Apart from this, we'll also have to use the formula of mutual inductance. Guys, when you have one solenoid inside the other, mutual inductance is given by the equation mu naught n1 n2 into area into length. Guys, in this formula, we always use the area of the smaller solenoid, which is the inner coil. So these are the two formulas जो हमें इस question में use करने हैं. Let's observe this in the solution in the next slide. Yes students, आप यहाँ observe कर सकते हो that when you have one solenoid inside the other, mutual inductance is given by the equation mu naught n1 n2 into area into length. Guys, in this equation we always use area of the smaller solenoid, which is the inner coil, and therefore this area will be equal to pi r1 square. So guys, mutual inductance M will become equal to mu naught n1 n2 into pi r1 square into L. Apart from this, we also need to use the formula of self-inductance of the inner coil. Guys, self-inductance of any solenoid is given by the formula mu naught n square AL. Guys, for the smaller solenoid, this formula will become L is equal to mu naught N1 square into pi R1 square into L. अब गैस हमारे पास म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस का फॉर्मूला है एंड सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस का भी फॉर्मूला अवेलेबल है. वी विल डिवाइड दीज टू फॉर्मूलाज एंड ऑन डिविजन all terms will cancel out except for N2 and N1. So the final answer will be M upon L is equal to N2 upon N1. So guys, with this we have completed this question and I hope you had a lot of fun watching this video. Till then, stay happy and keep smiling. I will see you in the next video.